an event official tells you to unmute yourself or turn your video on. If your microphone is left on when you needed to be muted, one of us co-hosts on Zoom may mute you. We'll remind you one time to turn off your video during the contest if you're not a contestant. If the video camera is left on subsequently, one of us Zoom hosts will turn it off for you, and you'll be unable to turn it back on for the duration of the contest. The chat will be restricted during the contest. If you haven't done so already, please rename yourself, the role, and name if you're holding any contest role except the celebrity judges. They should not rename themselves. If you're a district officer, please rename yourself, office, and name to indicate the office that you hold, perhaps afterwards for some of you. If you do drop off the call for some reason, you can get back into the meeting by using the same Zoom link you used initially to join this meeting. However, on reconnecting, you may find yourself placed in a virtual waiting room, which, let's see if I'm going to activate that right now. Enable waiting room. Until a speech has been completed, your patience much appreciated. It is just analog to an in-person contest where you're locked out until a speech is completed. We recognize that supporting the participants are fantastic, but don't flash any signs or any distraction as they're not allowed. No photography or recording may be recorded either in part or in whole, but we are already recording the event for you. Please note that video and pictures are taken by District 57 technical personnel. If you choose not to be in them, please leave your audio and video off for the duration of the event, even when we request attendees to turn on the video or mute their audio. And by attending this virtual event, you are agreeing to a privacy policy of Toastmasters International, as well as an associated remote hosting service. Well, since you have started already recording, please take a moment and adjust your video and audio setting per your privacy preference now. It is time for the 2023 Division A Improvisational Humor Night to begin. Let us start off by having everyone who has a video camera to turn the video on if you wish to. Now switching to gallery view so you can see everyone. And we are going to use this opportunity to take a screenshot. That's what we're looking for. And the event photographer, which I don't know how Sherry does it. Sherry is our event photographer. She can turn off she can do the honor by capturing the gallery view shots and advise us when we are done. Sherry, will you please do so?
Okay, everyone smile. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I got a couple of shots. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, please, everyone, turn off your video and mute yourself. Much appreciated. Timer 1, will you please raise your virtual hand and keep it raised for the duration of the contest? This is how we have been doing it in Toastmasters, is we use the raise hand to put the timer on the top of the video feed, so you'll be always seeing the timer. Now I'll turn the meeting over to the fabulous event chair, who is a Toastmaster extraordinaire and a good friend, Sherry Shu.
Thank you, Wing. And first of all, I want to welcome all our fellow Toastmasters here and our honored guests. Now, I'm not going to run through the list of the honored guests, but I just do know that there are a couple of dignitaries that we have here. We do have Sally Philbin, who is our Program Quality Director. So Sally, give a wave to everyone and thank you for coming tonight. We also have Pravina Raman, the Area Director of A29 here. And I'm not really quite sure if there's other area directors, but I'm not aware, but I just want to welcome them as well. I'm just glad that you're all here, and we really appreciate your presence and participation. And thank you for your service to District 57 and to Toastmasters. The agenda I have posted in the chat, and tonight's event, and I just want to remind you, tonight's event is not a contest. However, you can say it's a friendly competition. And it's a venue for the Division A club members to show their creativity and their creativity either by humorous speech or as a member of a team table topic, which we named as THIS, this, which is Team Humorous Improvisation Story. And this Toastmaster will explain what this is a little later. Tonight, we have two events. It is this, which is the team table topics, and then followed by the humorous speeches. Each event will be hosted by this Toastmaster or the impromptu Toastmaster, respectively. And each of them will describe what's going to happen before these events happen. Now, let's please welcome our this Toastmaster this evening, Jeff Young.
Thank you very much, Madam Event Chair. So, rather than do the ordinary table topics, we're making this a team event. And this basically is an anagram for, at least I have it here as Team Humorous Improvisational Talk. And whatever we make it is making it up. We have two teams tonight, and each team has been informed that the way this works is they have three categories. For those of you who know, and I've seen me as the division director, I've been telling people to have the club themes be either humor, creativity, or motivation. So the categories tonight will be based off of that. Each team has 6 minutes between them, split up however they want to, but each team member should speak for at least 1 minute, so one person doesn't do everything. And other than that, they have the ability to refuse the first question of the first category that they want. If they don't like it, you have one mulligan, but you must do the second question. Make sense? All right, you'll see the green card at 4 minutes, the yellow card at 5, and the red card at 6, and you have 30-second grace to wrap up. But before we continue, I would like to introduce our celebrity judges, starting in alphabetical order. Todd Gettian. Todd, can you please turn on your camera and microphone if you would? Hi, Todd. So tell us about yourself in 1 minute, and then tell us what you find to be funny.
So thank you very much, Mr. Ranking Officer. I'm a Toastaholic. I am a member in 5 different districts, and recently I went over visiting 900 different clubs around the world. What do I find funny? Sometimes a little on the dirty side, sometimes a little on the clean side, but I like to laugh, except right now I banged up my ribs about a week ago falling off the roof at work, so it hurts when I laugh, so please don't be too funny tonight. Back to you, Mr. Ranking Officer.
All right, so no physical humor for you, sir. All right, thank you very much. Our second celebrity judge is Sally Philbin, our Program Quality Director. Sally, tell us about yourself in 1 minute or less, and what do you find funny?
I have been in Toastmasters since I was about 5 years old, because I can't possibly be as old as I would have to be to reflect the number of years that I've been in Toastmasters, and I'm not even going to share that. I love Toastmasters. I have drunk the Kool-Aid. I have a horse in my backyard. I am a country girl living in the city. What I find funny, I find funny something with a twist when you're taking me down one street and all of a sudden I find myself somewhere else in a humorous way. Back to you.
Sounds good. Thank you very much, Sally. And definitely watch out for the twists. Now, our third celebrity judge was supposed to be Carolyn Douglas, but she's not here. So I'm going to pull the plot twist of doom. And Pravina, are you around? Pravina?
I
There you
am.
are. Would you like to be our third celebrity judge?
All right. I
Okay,
will.
so tell us about yourself and in 1 minute or less, and tell us what you think is funny.
I'm on the hot spot. That's funny. I have been in Toastmasters for a few years. Again, as Sally said, I'm not going to say how much, but I think all throughout my life, I've been a Toastmaster. And I'm right now in India and trying to be as quiet as possible since people at home are still sleeping.
Oops.
Funny. That's okay. We are a late bunch here in India. And that's it. Back to you, Jeff.
Okay, that being said, the judges have told you what is funny to them. So, teams, you get bonus points for including those three things and the phrase, well, that was unexpected. Got it? Okay, let's bring up our first team, and that is the Back Speech Boys. John, Prasad, and Abhishek. Turn on your cameras if you would. Mr. Tech Host, can you please pin them? All right. And I see two of you. Where's the third?
That would be Prasoon.
Prasoon?
Okay, it says that I can't start the video because the host has stopped it.
Okay, you will.
Stand by.
In the meantime, while you're working on that, Team Captain John, what category are you picking from?
All right, we are going with creativity, please.
All right, pick a number between 1 and 9.
Ooh, lucky number 7.
Lucky number 7. Okay, Team Back Speech Boys, your question is, a scientist has discovered a new kind of dinosaur. You're the students who are supposed to follow the paperwork while he's off getting drunk. What do you put in the application papers and news report? Again, a scientist has discovered a new kind of dinosaur. You're the students that are supposed to follow the paperwork while he's off getting drunk. What do you put in the paperwork, application papers, and news report? Do you accept the question?
Prasoon and Abhishek, what do you think? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
Let's get it.
You want that one? All right, let's do it.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
You accept the question. You go 25 seconds to deliberate.
All right, so we're role playing here, right? So we're the students, and we get to maybe we approach this from like a comedy of errors, like we're just really, really bad at our jobs.
So
I
who
didn't get
wants
the
to be
memo
the
about
drunk?
the Aegean background, apparently.
So who wants to be the drunk guy?
Probably I can be the one. See, I was excited to find this new species of dinosaur, but to my surprise, this species looks like a mouse. It's very small one, which I wasn't expecting. That's why I thought probably I should go get some drink because I was expecting to find a big animal, but it looks like a mouse, but it's a dinosaur.
Okay. Your 25 seconds is up. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Time begins. Captain, say the words.
Abhishek, why don't you lead us out?
Of course.
Let's
So
go.
Okay.
I was telling this story. So I was trying to find this species. So I decided, okay, let me go to South America, to the island that we all saw that in the movie. And when I reached there, to my surprise, this dinosaur is looking like really small. And when I thought it's a baby, but when I did a little bit of research, I found that it looks like a mouse and it's the fully grown dinosaur. I wasn't expecting that. So I thought, okay, what I'm going to go write in my report? Probably I need some kind of creative juices to come to my mind. So maybe let's go to a pub, have some drinks, and then if some ideas come to my mind, I can file a report. And I have these two funny guys with me who are supposed to be helping me with my research, and maybe I can give it to them. So let's see. My second in command, John.
Ugh.
What do you think about it? And let me come back after 1 hour, and then I'll discuss it with you.
Professor, here's the deal. I thought that Jurassic Park was a mess, but this, by comparison, is a much bigger disaster. So, I mean, imagine the discovery. It's a dinosaur no bigger than a chihuahua. I mean, how are we going to make this big news when it's such a small animal? I think we need to probably make it sound even bigger and come up with a name that's just like ridiculous and will completely blow everybody out of the water, like Tinosaurus Rex or Minneapolis, which sounds like Minneapolis. So we'll get the Midwesterners. They'll be super excited about it. By the way, I'm so excited to be your intern because there's so many other professors that I might have been able to work with, many of whom could have discovered a dinosaur that was like a normal size. But thank you for the challenge. It's just so great. As they say, there's no dinosaur too big or too small to be funny. What do you think about that, Prasoon?
Yeah, actually, let me introduce these two guys, John and Abhishek. In the past, they called Pluto as a planet, and then you know what happened. The Pluto is not a planet anymore. And this time they said that it's a mouse. Actually, Abhishek was already drunk. And this what happened. Like whenever he gets drunk, he starts thinking very small. And now, I'm his kind of get paid by him. I have to fill up the paper. So I have to make up all the stuff that I can to make a dinosaur look like a mouse. And, this is a big challenge. So I really ask you guys to not drink during the work. That's a big problem.
Well, the great
guys.
news, Professor, is that as the intern, I'm obviously doing all the work, as is always the case in academia. And I have such great news to share. As it turns out, the dinosaur that we thought was the size of a mouse was actually just the tiny toenail of the actual dinosaur. So amazingly, this is actually a much bigger dinosaur. So we can actually turn it around. And thanks to your inebriation and creativity, we're now able to claim that we've discovered a new species of carnivorous dinosaur that has a toenail that looks like a normal sized dinosaur, which is just absolutely amazing.
Wow. So one dinosaur has basically, it has 10 small dinosaurs and the feet, so toenails, or all of them are looking small dinosaurs. So probably if the dinosaur is walking, we might feel that a big army is coming to attack us, small baby dinosaurs, but actually it's the feet. I like that. That's a nice idea. And probably I should come back. And I was trying to call somebody back in my office to figure it out what to do with this, because we have already burned up so much of money, and that's what we have found. But this, it's a good idea. So maybe some more things that you want to tell me to put into the papers.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on the kind of alcohol that goes into the system, and they all look different at different point of time. And have you seen this deep sleep thing of the AI? They show so many things, like animal made of another set of animals. So you guys are clearly getting into the AI level of, getting drunk and seeing animals with animals in them. So this is really funny. I really like it.
Well, guys, more good news. I just got an email from the business department here at the school. And as it turns out, they ran the dinosaur through ChatGPT and said, how can we make money with this? And apparently there's a huge demand for purse-sized dinosaurs. So you can actually make a velociraptor that would just fit right in someone's purse. And it's not only a friendly pet, it can also do your taxes, and it's probably a great self-defense mechanism. So we've discovered a brand new product that's going to make the school billions of dollars, the purse velociraptor.
This will be so cool thing to have, like having a
I just got the report. I was running on my computer. Looks like it's really a mouse. We were thinking it's a new species, but it was not. Damn it.
Actual
We created
mouse.
this paper for this dinosaur, but it's not actually.
Oh no, now we have to rework on that report again. Yeah, I know this alcohol thing. Let me get some alcohol and I can probably make it better. Working as a team, it works great when everybody has the same feature. So I think I should get drunk and start making the report.
Thank
All
you.
right.
And scene.
Thank you very much. Thank you for Team Back Speech Boys. Give it up for them. So, judges, you should have a form in your private messages for the Google form, judges form. And for those of you who showed up to support your teams and just spectate because you're curious, I have a slightly separate form for the rest of you. The audience will be able to pick a winner as well. So please use this link for if you're the audience, not the judges, and score this team. In the meantime, Back Speech Boys, while they're working on the form, can you please turn your cameras back on and tell us how you got your team name?
You saw that we voted for it the way we voted for the topic.
In our full chapter WhatsApp group, we were all just throwing out ideas, and obviously there were a lot of boy band fans because Back Speech Boys came right up to the top.
Yeah, it's very cool name.
Okay, what were the other team names you were thinking about?
There were quite a few, I think.
I'm going to go back in the chat and find it out. Maybe a different question by then.
Okay, a different question is that if you couldn't be the Back Speech Boys, what other boy band would you have named team after?
You know, we also were considering In Speech, like In Sync, City Slickers for City Speech. Though the Back Speech Boys ultimately went out, we're also looking at the Triforce, like, you know, Legend of Zelda, and Chat
Zelda
GP
fans.
Team.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will point out that for this competition, the usual thing about not having a original speech is not in there. But anyway, we won't say much about that anymore. Right, that being said, judges, how you doing with those ballots? You good? I think they're still working on it. Okay, so
How do you want an
while we're
answer?
doing that,
How
tell us
do you?
about your club, in case people don't know which club you're from. Oh, basically just kind of send me a private message saying I'm done.
So we are from
Backstreet Boys, what club are you from?
We are from City Speech Toastmasters, Fremont.
Okay, and tell us 2 words that describe your club.
Dynamic and
Fun.
inclusive.
Or 1 word apiece.
Mine will be inclusive.
Dynamic, fun, inclusive. Soon?
Motivating.
What's 1 word to describe your club?
Motivating.
Pardon?
Very motivating.
He said
Motivating. Okay.
And Jeff,
Motivating.
I said fun because we are for Fremont, Union City, and New York.
That's cool. I never thought about
awesome.
it.
Okay. Very good creativity here. All right, I'm going to assume that the judges are at least most of the way done with the form and no one's having any problems. I see some audience ones in here as well. So let's move on. Thank you, gentlemen. One more hand for the Back Speech Boys. And let's bring on team number 2, the Zany Bunch. Zany Bunch, will you please turn your cameras so our tech host can focus on you and bring you up. Okay, there we go. Okay, Zany Bunch, Team Captain Michelle. You have your audios all working?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it?
Sounds
You hear
good?
me? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Team Captain Michelle, what category did you pick? Creative, humorous, or motivation?
Humorous.
Humorous. Give me a number between 1 and 8.
8.
Number 8. Okay. Your team has been delivered 3 boxes from IKEA that came open in the UPS truck. It's in pieces. There are no instructions. What is your team building? Again, You have 3 boxes from IKEA that came open in the UPS truck. There were no instructions. What are you building? Team Zany Bunch, do you accept this question?
I think so.
Yes.
Okay, we have 3 yeses. Your 25 seconds starts now. Deliberate as you will.
I think we're building something that's vaguely human and a little bit scary.
Yeah, I was thinking vaguely human, and the scary parts, that's fine too.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
And who wants to go second? I'll go first. And Michelle, you want to go second?
Sure.
Okay. And then Shailesh. But then we can rotate too, you know. we don't
Yes,
have-
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ping pong. Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
Time's up. Okay, Team Zany Bunch, are you ready?
We're ready.
Yes.
Sounds good. All right, begin.
Wow. Team, we just got this new package in the mail. And, you know, I'm not exactly sure what it is. I was, you know, looking around, trying to figure out even how to open it. It was really large. It was almost as big as my dog, but even bigger than that. And I was trying to find a way to open it. So I was taking it, being really careful and using a very dull knife. And I opened it up. And you know what I saw inside? It was a human eye inside there. I was like, oh man, what is that? Well, that was something I was really unexpectedly finding. So I looked a little bit more, and then I looked on the other side, and then I saw something like a tentacle come out, and it came out and it licked my head. So I'm really freaked out about this. I don't know what to do and how to approach opening it up. Michelle, do you have any ideas of what we can do now?
Well, it seems like it's trying to it's trying to tell me how to tell it how to put itself together.
Oh.
So it seems somehow it's hinting with the way that the eyes kind of looking at me weird, and the way that the tentacles like grab, the way it's moving, it's just moving weird. And then it's kind of saying, come on, come on, come on. And I'm like, what are you trying to do? It almost feels like it's talking to me in sign language. And I'm like, you know, and then up pops the tail.
Oh.
Yeah, and then the tail is wagging, and then the eyes like getting more bloodshot, and then the mouth appears and it's laughing, and I'm laughing back, and then I'm saying, what do you want? And then it's, what do you want me to do to you or for you?
Wow.
And then it's getting me confused, because I'm like, am I the one that's really directing you, or are you directing me? And then I wind up, my cat gets involved somehow and jumps into the box, and it does seem to react, but then my cat gets scared, and then it starts meowing like it's mimicking my cat, and then my cat's growling like it's just a hodgepodge mess.
Wow. Wow. Maybe Shailesh has an idea of what to do about this freaky thing that's in this box.
Yes, first let's name it. Because it's IKEA, it has to have something funky that we cannot pronounce. Maybe Hagwij or something like that.
Yes.
And the next thing that we should do is we should start assembling it. We don't have the instructions, but it's anyway a monstrous thing. It's fine if we swap the tentacles for legs, the eye for an armpit, or something like that. It's anyway a monster. So we might as well do what we want to do. And if we get it working, it's fine. Otherwise, we'll call IKEA to take it back.
Wow.
Shouldn't be that big a problem.
But we
What
didn't
do you
even
think?
order this. That's the confusing part.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
know,
it's-
it's like I had ordered a I mean, I thought we ordered, you know, like
a pencil,
like,
right? We were
yeah,
ordering just a regular pencil.
yeah, and then how has this come up to be? I mean,
It's not a pencil.
no, it's definitely not a pencil.
No, no.
And
I think, Michelle, what's happening is that it was trying to talk to you telepathically. It was using its mind and getting into your mind. And
yes, I agree
oh,
wholeheartedly.
wow. Shailesh, if we're going to let it assemble itself, what do you think about that? Because it's starting to mess with our minds.
We can let it assemble itself. Let's see what it'll lead to. It might be funny, it might be crooked, it might give us some superpowers that we may like.
Ooh.
Or we may not like, but that's okay. We can always blame it on IKEA.
It's starting to make me feel like I do have superpowers now.
I think we are gaining superpowers. I mean, I feel strong now. I mean, I can take on the world. Michelle, what type of powers are you feeling?
It's kind of making me like very like egotistical, you know, like I could do anything in this world and accomplish it.
Wow.
And I'm not a humble person as it is. So it's making me that much more gregarious and crazy than I already was.
Shailesh, what about you? What kind of powers?
Oh, it is just making me feel extremely creative.
Wow.
That is something which is a twist, because I don't consider myself a very creative person.
You know, I'm jealous.
Put it together then. Maybe that's where it's coming from.
Absolutely.
I think we all need to concentrate really, and put it back into its box. Come on, guys. Just think. Back into the box. Back into the box.
Back into the box.
Oh, it's done. Right. It's done, guys. It is in the box. We're done. Thank you for your help.
We
have accomplished it.
Thank you very much, Zany Bunch. And somewhere out there, I have ordered a galoof. And it was supposed to be this AI key thing, but it never arrived. I just got a bunch of pencils. I mean, I understand that I'm supposed to write my own stuff, but hey, never. All right, so I'm going to send out the ballots quickly to our judges.
Watch out, that pencil could be something else.
What might it be?
Well, it's got an eye, a tentacle, a tail. I don't know. Watch out.
Eye, a tentacle, and a tail.
Yes.
And mind control powers.
Could be an iPod.
And cockiness.
I don't have a mind for it too.
Yeah.
All right. So Zany Bunch, tell me about your team. Obviously, based on the Radio Bunch, but how'd you come about this?
Well, you know what? Bard helped us a lot in the decision-making process. Well, in actually finding a name. Michelle and I were trying to come up with something last night, and we were blanking on it.
Blanking completely.
So we went to the old Bard and asked Bard what it thought, and it came up with a couple. The Humor Squad was one. That was all right. A wise guy and a gal, you know, okay. And then the Zany Bunch. And who doesn't love the Zany Bunch? The Zany Bunch. We're all called the Zany Bunch. Dun, 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 dun. I should have sang that, maybe.
I was wondering if you're going to sing or not. Also, audience, here is your audience participation voting link as well. And my next question for you is, what club are you from?
We're from F.A.T. We're putting the fun, awesomeness, and talent into Toastmasters.
Yes. In Fremont group, right? I mean,
we're actually Newark.
Actually, technically Newark.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking, yeah, because the main hub.
And how did you get into improv?
Kicking and scratching.
True.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't done it
And
before. We're all
No.
newbies.
Yeah, I think the first time we
no,
tried it was
this is,
when you had joined our club meeting. I think a couple of weeks back.
yeah, I remember that. I'm glad that you brought the experience as a positive thing. So, Michelle, brand new Toastmaster are here. How long have you been a Toastmaster for everyone else who hadn't heard?
In about 2 weeks officially, but I dropped in a couple times as a guest. So yeah.
We couldn't get rid of her. We were trying and trying and trying. And she joined, and we're like, well, she paid the money. Okay, we're stuck with it. No, but we love her.
Is Toastmasters what you expect it to be?
It's a little bit better because this is right up my alley. I love humor. You know, so just to drop in and know that you can do something like this. Yeah.
Well, this is one of the reasons we did this. This is one of the reasons we did this, and thank you to Sherry for making this possible. But
yes,
also because this is an unofficial competition, that is why we can bring in brand new Toastmasters to this, as opposed to the official contest next year, which requires you to have, I believe, 2 levels completed for the international speech contest. So, you want to compete, Michelle? Get on those speeches. All right. So,
yeah.
Bunch team. If your team name was any other 80s sitcom, what would you pick?
Three's Company. Come on.
Yep.
I figured that would be a good one.
I didn't even think of that last night. We should have thought of Three's Company.
Yeah.
That would have been good. That would have been good.
Yeah.
But we're a little different, 2 guys and a girl. It was 2 girls and a guy.
There you go.
Hey, we can make it. We can make it work. We can make it work.
And here I was thinking Laverne and Sherry, making it happen. Anyway, shows my age for a second here. Right. All right. So looks like I've got all the ballots in at this point. We're listening to enough ballots to make a difference. Give us one last round of applause for the Zany Bunch.
Woo-hoo, woo-hoo.
All right. And that being said, that is the end of this competition. We hope to see more of these in the future. And I'm going to pass things over to the humorous speech Toastmaster. That is Derek. Actually, do we want to have a break first? Derek, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay, it is time to start the humorous speech event. In this contest, we will hear an original speech from each speaker. There will be 1 minute of silence after each speaker for the celebrity judges and the audience to mark their ballots. After the final speaker, I will ask for silence until the celebrity judges and audiences are finished with their ballots and the ballot counters have collected all the ballots. I will ask Speaker 1, can you hear me and see the timer? Once they respond yes, I will introduce them. To eliminate any perception of bias, I will introduce each contestant in the same way. Speaker number, name, speech title, name. The speaking order has already been chosen, and I will announce them now. The first one was Cynthia, second one was Jeff, and the third one was Siri Krishna. Speaker 1, Cynthia. Can you see the timer and have you pinned it? Can you hear me?
I can hear you and see you and almost pinning the timer.
Okay. Is it pinned yet?
Yes.
Okay. Speaker 1, Cynthia. That one relative. That one relative, Cynthia.
Greetings, fellow Toastmasters, family, friends, and guests. I am that one relative. I am a sheep. The black sheep in my family. I balefully confess it's because year after year, even though it makes no one happy, I continue to serve healthy foods. Why? On a day that is celebrated by a flow of roasted turkey drumsticks, candied pecans, butternut squash, pies, and marshmallow covered everything. I do this because I like serving kale salad. I think it tastes pretty good. My carrot soup is also pretty good too. Yes, there are children tears when they look down at my roasted yams and see no floating white marshmallows. But Thanksgiving isn't just about abandoning restraint, abandoning your carb counting apps, and abandoning your morals. It's not about landing lip first onto a plate of delicious comfort food. Thanksgiving is also about something else. It's about responsibility. I don't have the science right here with me now, but vegetables do better for our world than eating lots of fried meat. Hear me out. When you're eating a bunch of unhealthy meats, you could be contributing to climate change. Therefore, if you care about your planet and your social good for this whole entire world, eating more vegetables can help save the whole entire world and universe. I've said it, I know it. It's on our shoulders. But for the holidays, taking on the burden of protecting the whole entire planet is a bit much. So my micro missions for the holidays is to make local impact, which is why I take it as a personal responsibility to bring fiber to help push all that buttery mashed potato through everyone's system. I bring the vegetables instead of the meat. I will bring a fresh platter of fruit instead of another baked pie. I bring all sorts of delicious, great foods. There's always an alternative. So when you sit down at the Thanksgiving table and you suspiciously look at my delicious flaxseed chips, I'm not serving this to you because I'm trying to poison you. I'm serving this delicious flaxseed chip to you because I care. I care about your gut. I care about your joints. I care about the planet. And I care about the future you. Do you? There's still more to this speech. Hold on. Oh, yes. I care about you because I consider myself a yoga wellness warrior in a family of soft carb-loving people. So fellow Toastmasters, remember that I serve you raw Brussels sprouts because I care. And as you sit down over the holidays, please eat plenty of vegetables, even if you decide to indulge in some decadent goods. And I do hope that your digestion will be as smooth as my chia pudding. Thank you very much. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Cynthia. Please turn off your video and mute your microphone. We will now have 1 minute of silence for the celebrity judges and audience to mark their ballots. Do we have another form to send in
Let
the
me do that. Give me a sec.
Okay.
So I would say interview the candidate while I'm doing that.
Interview the candidate. Awesome.
Or the contestant.
Okay, Cynthia, I guess you got to turn the camera back on. And Mike, I'm curious, what club are you representing and how long have you been a Toastmaster?
I'm representing Top of the Hill Toastmasters. It's in the East Bay in Hayward, and I've been a Toastmaster for 9 years.
9 years. Wow. When did you come to realize that you have a knack for humor?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Well, it's never too late to start, right? Okay. Well, okay. Since you started yesterday, I'm imagining people cramming everything, pulling an all-nighter. How did you prepare for a story like this?
Every single tip and trick I could think of as a Toastmaster to help me procrastinate went into this speech.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, I'm a procrastinator too. Maybe you can send me some tips on how to be a better procrastinator. I think it would be very beneficial.
Yes.
Okie dokie. Looks like we have the form for the audience that's posted in there. So go ahead and submit.
And for the curious, the voting ballots, or for the curious contestant, voting ballots are pretty much not your standard ballots. So it's one of those things that the points may or may not matter too much, as opposed to a regular contest. It's just a friendly competition. But regardless of which, all right, I see a red card. So
okay, thank you so much, Cynthia.
Ballots roll in.
We will move on to the next contestant. Okay, speaker 2, Jeff. Can you pin the timer and can you see the timer?
I can see the timer. I cannot pin the timer though. Timer has his hand up. I can see him though, or her.
Okay, I think you're ready.
Okay.
Let's begin with speaker 2, Jeff. Who needs focus when you're this charming? Confessions of a Distracted Knight. Who needs focus when you're this charming? Confessions of a Distracted Knight. Jeff.
Hey everybody, Dr. Jeff Levine here. Welcome, esteemed guest, Toastmasters, and anyone else who has happened to wandered in here thinking it's the 12-step program or whatever. You know, I'm a doctor. What I do, I'm an INO psychologist, and I work with adults with ADHD. Now, of course, it's been that ADHD has stood for attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. But that's old. We don't need that anymore. It's not a deficit. It's not a disorder. It stands for, now remember this because there's going to be a quiz. You ready? Accelerated, dynamic, hyperdrive. You know, it's like being the star of your own sitcom. Except that the script writers are out on a coffee break permanently. I tell you, there's a lot of myths about ADHD. I think, for me at least, it's a superpower. I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything. But there are myths people have about it. The first myth being drum roll please, you just need to try harder. I wasn't diagnosed with ADHD until I was in my 40s. So I went through childhood, young adulthoods with the superpower of not knowing it. And I used to get, oh, try harder. After I left the milk out all night or worse. And it's like, I'm not trying. Yeah, I'm trying plenty hard. I'm trying so hard. It's like I'm sitting there trying to solve an algebra problem. And this thought comes over, hey, that algebra teacher reminded me of my mother. And then my mind jumps to, oh, mother, I wonder if that was a Freudian slip. Oh, what's a Freudian slip? And I spend the next hour just all over the world on this. And I've tried hard, put a lot of effort, but you know something? The math problem isn't solved. Next myth that is just an excuse. Come on, getting out of jury duty is an excuse. Use an excuse for that. Do you think I'd say, hey, Your Honor, I can't serve because I have ADHD. I can't concentrate. No, not going to buy it. Trying to get out of a family dinner when your Uncle Fred is busy talking about conspiracy theories all night. It just doesn't work at all. Third myth. Everyone has a little ADHD. Just to give you an idea, anybody here old enough to remember Tang? Tang was this drink when I was a kid. It was just like this orange drink. And its marketing ploy was the astronauts drank it when they went into space. So if you drink Tang, that makes you an astronaut. That's the same logic as everyone's a little ADHD. Everyone drinks Tang, but not everybody's an astronaut. Or at least back in the 60s, everybody drank Tang. You know what I meant. Fourth myth. You don't look like you have ADHD. What does someone look like with ADHD? No, I didn't get a tattoo on my forehead that says ADHD on it. Anybody could have ADHD. Your neighbor, your teacher, the person who fixes your car. We are all over the place. But you know, like I was saying earlier, I would not trade ADHD for anything in the world. I love it. It makes me creative. It makes me, I can get into a hyper focus phase to do it. It makes me fun to be around and a jolly doctor. I love it. It's great. And what I do is I want everybody to see that it's a superpower. That's what I do. That's what I've dedicated my life to. Okay, everybody, here's your quiz. What does ADHD stand for? I'll repeat it. Accelerated, dynamic, hyperdrive. This has been Dr. Jeff. Back over to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. Now let's give 1 minute for people to fill out the ballots, and we will continue after that minute is up.
It turns out you can reuse the ballots you just used. I will put the link back in the chat if you need it, because I wasn't sure if it would take multiple ballots choices for that, but it will. So go ahead and just reuse the same one you were just on. because I have so many things open right now. It's not funny.
Alrighty then, that 1 minute is up. Speaker 3, Siri Krishna.
Wait, don't I get interviewed?
Oh, that happens
Yes,
after.
actually, go ahead and interview him now.
Now?
We did Cynthia earlier.
Okay. Jeff, can you tell us what club you're representing and how long you've been a Toastmaster?
I am representing Castro Valley Toastmasters in, everybody guess, Castro Valley, California. And I've been a Toastmaster, I think, for 3 years.
Oh, nice. 3 years.
3 years. 3.
Awesome. What did you do after you discovered your funny bone? And how many bones is that?
It is every bone in my body. I mean, I was the class clown growing up. So I've been like working on the humor for quite a bit.
Ah, so that means the H in ADHD is humor then.
Yes, that's part of it. Yeah.
Hmm.
So you gotta have humor to get through with ADHD.
Okay, and one more question. How much Tang did you drink?
Oh, I drank Tang every day, and I would put twice as much as it said to put in the thing because I like my Tang really orangey.
Yep. Can't have too much Tang. Thank you very much, Jeff.
Thank you, Derek.
Siri Krishna, are you there?
The only option I found is Krishna Constant.
Whoops, not that Siri.
Yeah, I'm here and I've pinned the timer.
Okay, awesome. Speaker 3, Sri Krishna. Trespassers cannot be prosecuted. Trespassers cannot be prosecuted. Sri Krishna.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, judges, dignitaries, and audience. When I first moved to the US, to Atlanta, Georgia, I could not believe it was USA, a first world country. Why? Because the house I was living in was old and rickety. What's worse, it had bed bugs and cockroaches. And what's worse, the cockroaches were complaining of bed bug bites. And we called the owner and we told him, we have pets with us. And he was like, oh, we'll do pest control. I was confused for a minute. I thought this guy was getting confused between pests and pets. Now, pets, you want to control and train and groom them, but pests, they're illegal and they're trespassing. And this is a country where you could get shot at for trespassing. And he wants to control them? Then I was told that it's a different term for exterminator. And the word is not being used because the then governor of California was technically exterminator. So pest control didn't work. And which after a lot of hassle, we moved to another house across the street. But now we were being very careful. We were super paranoid. So we would keep the house very clean. We would keep all the doors and windows closed. Every time we came into the house, after going outside, we would steam our shoes, beat ourselves up to make sure there were no bugs or cockroaches, anything that came into the house. In short, we had an impenetrable fortress and bruised bodies, but we felt safe, or so we thought. Because one day I was in college and I got a call from my roommate and he was panicking. Bro, they are shooting. I first thought it was a movie, and then he clarified that there was a real gun involved and a bullet had been shot into our house. The story goes that there was a guy who lived across the street and he had a gun that he was cleaning. Thanks to Second Amendment for the gun and thanks to his discipline for cleaning his gun. After all, everybody needs a clean gun. You know, nobody wants to see that when a gun is pointed at somebody and they go. So he had been cleaning the gun. The gun had misfired. The bullet entered his trash can, got out of the trash can, ricocheted off the road, crossed the road, and entered our house. For the longest term, friends, we were wondering why the bullet crossed the road. And after crossing the road, the bullet had made a hole through the outer wall, crossed the living room, made a hole through the next wall, crossed my room, and made a hole into my wall closet. First wall, outer wall, uno. Second wall, living room wall, dos. Closet wall, tres. This bullet was trespassing into our house. And I was wondering, what do you shoot a bullet with? But bad jokes aside, that bullet made a mark on our house walls and our hearts. And if you think this is a stupid part, what my friend did was even more so. He had been walking in the living room when he heard the gunshot. He saw holes in the living room wall. He saw outside there was a guy standing with a gun. And my friend was not a normal person because the normal person would have fled the scene and called the cops. But my friend decided to open the door and cross the fine line between bravery and foolishness. And he decided to go exchange pleasantries with the gentleman. This was their conversation. My friend asked him, "Hey, did you shoot?" What a great way to start a conversation. The guy did not hear him, so he responded back, "What?" Now my friend thought maybe he should ask a better question. So he asked, "Is that a toy gun?" Friends, if I had a real gun in my hand and somebody asked me that question, I would be very insulted. But that gentleman turned out to be really polite. And he answered that it was indeed a real gun and he was cleaning it and he shot into our house by mistake. And that instilled the fear in my friend. And he called me. So I went home. I didn't want to engage in conversation with the gun guy because you respect a guy with a gun. And more importantly, you respect a guy with a gun that he does not know how to handle. So we called the landlord and he called the other landlord. He got that guy to move out after threatening him. And he was not happy. He was really frustrated, but he did leave. And we felt safe. Or so we thought. Because the next day, I got a call from my friend again. "Bro!" Now I was panicking. What? Did the guy come back? Did he fire another shot into the house? Did he threaten you? What happened? And my friend said, "Bro, we have bed bugs." Then it dawned on me. This was all a master plan by the bed bugs. They had caused the gun to jam. They had sat on the guy's hand and caused him to misfire. And when the bullet entered our house, I am sure there was one bedbug which was riding on the bullet line. But the key thing here is, if the bedbugs without communication could achieve so much, what could each of us do with the power of Toastmasters? Thank you.
All righty. Thank you so much, Siri Krishna. I think it's time for the little interview. Can you tell us about what club you're representing and how long you've been a Toastmaster?
I'm from a club called Tea Toasters. We are in Fremont, but we have hybrid and we have another location in Santa Clara, but only for Marvel employees. And I've been a Toastmaster for about 7 years now.
You said you said it was Tea Toastmasters?
Tea Toasters.
Tea Toasters. Okay. Are you do you drink tea?
I don't drink tea. That's the funny part.
Don't drink tea. Interesting. What kind of beverages is your go-to beverage then?
My go-to beverage is Mexican hot chocolate. I like cinnamon.
Oh, wow. Chocolate. That's an interesting beverage. Hmm. Okay. What kind of preparation did you do for tonight?
This is a speech I'm redoing. So I had done this for one of my pathway speeches. So I probably just added a few lines over the past few days and then rehearsed a few times.
Okay. What kind of advice would you give people that are trying to add humor to their speeches?
One of the things I learned from other humorous people is that you look at number of jokes, joke density in your speech. So try to add as many jokes as possible. And the most important thing is to reiterate. Anything we think today as a joke may not be so 1 week later to us. So it's good to go over it a few times.
Okay. And we are out of time. Thank you so much.
All right, judges, if you please make sure you use the same link to score Sri's performance, if you would. And I would say go ahead and give it back to the chair, I guess, for the moment.
All right. Who's the chair? Is it Sherry?
Yeah.
That'd be Sherry.
All right, Sherry.
All right.
Still here?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. Okay. Back to you.
Right. Thank you, Derek. Wow. Hope you guys were quite entertained with that. With the speeches, they were really good. The team table topics and the speeches, they were really well done. And I thank everyone for being part of this. Now, I just want to ask my co-host if, I don't know if Jeff is still in the room or did he have to go out? Oh, you're still here. Now, I don't know if you want everyone to have a short little break before we have what we call an open mic, if people are interested in doing that. Okay. So with that.
It gives me time to work on the course.
Hmm?
It gives you time to work on the score sheet with Kuhn.
Okay. Okay. So right now, why don't we take a 10-minute break? Is that good enough for you, Jeff, to work on the so timer, if we could have a 10-minute break and if everyone can come back at 10:20. I mean, 8:20, I'm sorry, 8:20. Oh.
Kuhn, can you join me in breakout room number 2?
Okay, Jeff.
Okay, so 8:20. We'll see everyone at 8:20.
Oops, I guess that's 1. Okay.
Oh, oh, Sherry, could you please help me? Jeff asked me to go to break room number 2, but I was not given the option
Stand
to
by.
do.
You're Quinn, right?
Yes, yes.
Stand by.
Okay, yes, Wing, thank you. Thank you.
Do we also need to go to the room? I'm a participant. I think Sherry, you are on mute.
Everyone to take a 10-minute break and be back at 8:20. Okay?
Okay.
So hopefully the timer has timing that as well. Okay.
Sally, it's up to you if you want to pause or stop the recording.
Oh, yeah. Why don't we pause the recording? Sorry, forgot about that. Please. Thank you. Is Sally there?
She probably went out for the break, but since she's recording on her side, I can't do anything about it.
Yeah. Okay. We just have to edit it.
Eric, the time is now 8:20 p.m.
Okay. I hope everyone is back. And we're going to have a opportunity for the audience to participate in a so-called open mic. And that is an opportunity for you, if you have maybe a humorous speech you want to share with the group, or take your hand on a team table topics with some of your colleagues. Now, not sure if my co-host Jeff is back from counting the votes. I just want to ask, is there anyone here who possibly has a story or a humorous speech that maybe they've been dying to share and want to do that in this open forum that we have? Is there anybody that would like to do so? Anyone at all? Don't be shy. No? I'm just wondering if, I don't know if all our celebrity judges are back, but possibly that they will take on the challenge of being a team and taking on a topic. I think is Jeff, because Jeff has all the topics. So I can give you a topic, but it won't be from a category. It'll be just something off the cuff from what I gave to.
I can certainly join in with the celebrity group.
Okay, so it's you and Todd. Now I'm not sure if Pravina is able to, because I know she's.
I'm here.
You're here. Okay.
I feel sorry for the celebrity judges, though, to have me on their team.
Of course.
Okay. Of course. Of course. Let me see. Let me try to, like, let's see. Let me see if I could locate. Because I do have a bag of some topics. And I don't know if you guys want to discuss, like, who's going to want to be the lead of your group here. But let me look at some topics that
There's Todd. I think he's coming back to the camera. Hey, Todd, we're forming a group to respond to a table topics.
Oh, I heard. I'm down for that, whatever you need.
Okay. Okay, so are you ready? I'm just gonna pull something. I'm just gonna pull something out of a list that I've had. And let's see. So here's the topic, and you can think about it, and I'll paste it in. The topic is, a sales team has to win back an unhappy client. A sales team tries to win back an unhappy client. So you guys can discuss it among yourselves. It will be the same timing that we have. Our timer, is our timer back? Not sure if our timer is back.
Yes.
Is our timer back?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. So Mercy, if you could.
So 2 times the overall, right?
Yes, it's the timing is 4 to 6 minutes.
Okay.
So, Mercy, if you could put your hand up so that they can see where you are at. You guys you can. It's just a topic because I didn't know where you were or how long you were going to be. This is open mic, and the 3 celebrity judges are going to take it on, and I just gave them a topic. It is in it is in the chat. A sales team tries to win back an unhappy client. I don't know if you guys want to discuss it a little bit before you start.
So are you guys game just to pick up where I start? If I start it, are you guys game to pick it up and run with it? All right. We're ready.
Okay. Mercy, you ready? 4 to 6 minutes for them.
Okay, guys, we've got to get together on this. You know, it's not my fault that when I told her this creation of ours was going to change her life, that she took me literally. I don't understand it. I think what we need to do is recreate this amazing item that she bought of her own free will. What do you guys think we could do differently with this? You know, I put everything into it. I put in healthy food. I put in salad makings. I put in nuts and vegetables. What else does she want? Todd, what can you help me with this? Pravina.
You have changed her life, Sally. What's the problem? She is always complaining. Come on. Maybe we should put some unhealthy foods just to see what she wants to do. What do you think? How about chocolate? But chocolate is so healthy. Forget chocolate. No. Dark chocolate? No. That we won't even go there. How about bacon with all those lovely lard just oozing? Maybe that will make her happy. What do you think? And she gets a heart attack and goes to her hospital. Todd,
Then we don't have to worry about her complaining anymore.
Exactly.
Well, you know what they say? They say that the primary rule of sales is the client is always right. Even when they're wrong, they're right. So I think we just got to spin this the right way so she sees that she's not wrong, but she's still not right. And we get what we need, which is her business back. Because I think the most important thing is people just want to be heard. Then they want the opportunity for you to do something nice for them so they feel they've been heard. I think as Pravina just said, in the next order, we throw in the chocolate as a bonus.
You know, yeah, you know, we've got to do something creative here. We've got to turn her around with a creative bent, not this tried and true sales. No, we need to do something different. We need to, I don't know what it could be, but we've got to do something different to catch her off guard.
You know what? We should stop thinking like a sales team. That's the big mistake we are making here. Let's think out of the box. We are not a sales team. What do you think, Todd? What do you think a non-sales team will do?
I think we send her a singing telegram. It could even be a stripogram. Brings her next order, you know, embarrasses her in front of the house. And then basically she just says, hey, I love these people, or I even hate these people more. I think we go out of the box. I say we send the person in the box.
I love that.
I love it. I think we send her that stripogram and a mystery box. A mystery box that she opens at her own peril.
That would be so great. Now, is she by any chance married? We better be careful who we send.
I don't know. I don't know, but she probably is not married because she made this decision to buy our product without consulting anyone. You know, she
Aha.
didn't consult anyone. So probably she's not married because, of course, a marriage is a partnership, right? And when you have a partnership, you talk to each other. I have an idea. Let's invite her to a Toastmasters meeting. Let's invite her to a Toastmasters meeting where she can learn how to communicate, how to describe her wants, her needs, her desires. And then when she's out shopping with our company, she'll actually get what she wants because she will have learned how to communicate.
Well, in that Toastmasters meeting, let's have Todd in the box jump out, fully dressed Todd, not as a stripper, and then do the dance, and let's see how she likes it.
I like that idea. That's
We just call it the
fabulous.
bait and switch. We'll get him in any which way. 3-foot rule.
Exactly. And that'll be our best sales ever. Do Toastmasters.
You Toastmasters. And back to you.
You guys were great. You guys were great. Thank you. I'll turn it back over to Jeff, who, you have all the table topics. I just kind of grabbed something. And again, this is open mic for anybody else who would like to either try team table topics, or maybe you might have like I said, a speech that you want to share. Anybody else?
We can certainly start picking people. Also, Sherry, I sent you a message with the results as well.
Yes, I got it. I have it. I have it. Well, I think the group is kind of tired. It is a Friday.
That's true.
I think it is a Friday. So
what time is it for you, Todd? What time is it, Todd, for you?
It is a 11:30 here. 11:30.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So he's pretty yeah, it's pretty late for him. I don't want to keep him up too much. So, well, Jeff, do you have any last minute words before I kind of close it? And
I have some last words. First of all, thank you again to our celebrity judges, especially the one that's all the way in India. And I'm not going to ask what time it is for you because I know it's super late, for showing up and being unexpectedly put into play, so to speak. It just goes to show that super experienced Toastmasters can do amazing things, but also people who have just started Toastmasters can do amazing things as well. I have a whole host of questions here for team table topics or regular table topics, so I've got a bunch left over for future competitions. And hopefully everyone enjoyed this evening. Other than that, I want to also thank our timers, Mercy and Winnie. I want to thank my fellow Toastmaster, Derek, and the unexpected ballot counter Kuhn. And of course, last but not least, the brains behind this and the mechanism behind this, that is Sherry. So thank you everyone for doing this. And Sherry, if you would please announce the winners.
Sure. And I just want to say a special thank you for both Jeff and Pravina. They've been prodding me along on this event, and I am very, very happy to see so many attendees as well as the participants. And again, I just want to thank everyone who participated as well as the support of each and every one of you with the meeting growth, and really couldn't do it without you. Now, I know the drum, Sally?
Yeah, I know that everyone's going to pop off as soon as you announce the winners, as is only right. I have a serious thing to bring up at this wonderful humorous event.
Okay, go ahead.
I am looking for 2 conference chairs for next May. If anybody is interested in being a conference chair, we're going to try it hybrid. We've got people to coach you. We have a huge safety net, but I need 2 people to lead the charge. And I'm about to get on the phone and start calling everybody I know throughout the district. So if anyone here is even a little bit interested in taking on this fabulous challenge for OATM credit and for just a jolly good time, please get in touch with me. Sally at d57tm.org is my email address. And thank you for letting me take a minute.
Thank you, Sally. Please, if you can help with the district. Apparently, she's looking for 2 people, so it's not by yourself. It's you and another partner and the support of the district leaders as well. Before I make the announcement, I would really like to take one last picture because it seems that we've had added more people to this group here. So if everyone could please turn on your cameras if you would do so, and I will take a picture. So I'm waiting for everyone to turn their cameras on. There you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. All right. Anybody else? Okay, I'll just go ahead and take the picture. Big smile, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, let me go to the next page. We have 2 pages worth. Okay, the next page. Again, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you all. All right, so now the big drum roll for the winners. Okay, here we go. Now for this event, which was the team table topics, it was a split decision. Now, you notice that we had the celebrity judges, and then we also had the audience pick, or the people's choice, as some may say. And it was split. The judges picked Back Beach Boys, and the audience picked the Zany Bunch. I want to say congratulations to both of you. Excellent job for being, a team, and just the whole idea of working together on an impromptu topic. Okay, so that's great. Congratulations. I think Jeff is going to come up with an award or something. He was discussing it with me. All right, now the big drum roll for the humorous speech. And I have to say that both the celebrity judges and the audience were in agreement on this one. And the winner is Suresh Krishna Sitarama. Congratulations, Suresh. Congratulations on that. And with that, thank you again. I know it's been a Friday night for you, but I hope that you really did enjoy yourself with this humor. And with that,
one last comment.
One
last comment for people. A few years ago, when I was area director, a number of my area clubs asked for a humorous speech contest. And I said I'd do everything in my power to make it happen. Promise kept.
And I do hope, I may send out a survey to your clubs and to those of you who participated, because I won't be able to get everyone's email addresses. Just a little survey as to, did you like it? Would you want to do this again? And what are some of the things that you would like to either add or needs a bit more improvement? And I know there's a lot of things that could be added for improvement. But again, I really would like to hear your feedback on this event. I think. So with that, good night. Have a wonderful weekend. And thank you for spending spending your Friday night with us.
Thank you
Good
so
And
night.
the holiday, no less.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
everyone.
Thank
Fabulous
you, and
event.
thank you to all of you who
Thank you. Thank
served.
you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And thank you, Wing, for being our tech host as well.
Yes, Wing, thank you for being Zoom tech. That was so helpful. And I think, Sally, you're going to send Jeff and I the recording?
Yeah, it would be a good thing if I turned it off, huh?
Yes.